Do 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 do.
Welcome back. Is the lady I know in the audience still looking at me? Yes, okay, fine. Very special guest here today. It's very just a little unnerving. You'll understand why in a couple. Would ask the producer if we can find one. Ask the producer. Would it be okay if I had a chat with the VIP who's in the audience a little later in the show? Okay, just at your leisure. Today, if possible. In the meantime, please welcome our expert on all things showbiz, Miss Patti Mostyn. It's good to welcome you to the studio. Usually you're...
I'm a bit tired. I came down for a dinner last night, a farewell dinner for someone.
Whom?
A chap called Philip Jacobson, who's Michael Gudinski's partner.
Oh, yes.
They bring all the tours out.
Right. And where's he going?
He's moving to Noosa.
Is he?
I wish I was, don't you?
Yeah. So you're a little tired today, are you?
Just as...
We'll drop the lights a little
smidge.
for you if you like. Drop it. Just make you feel... Why aren't you at the Siebel... Well, obviously you're not at the
That's
Siebel
why.
Tower. That's the reason, yeah.
Could never have gotten an early flight.
A lot of people ask me, why are you always seen at the Siebel Townhouse? Why do you do all your business there with coffee cups and liqueur glasses and lovely half-bitten eats of
Well, actually,
steak?
I would have been into a huge drink by now.
Yes. This early? Would you really?
Oh, I get so nervous having to speak to you, my hero.
Do you get nervous on television?
Depends. With you, it's impossible, really.
Right. What have you been
Just
doing
the aura
at that
you.
other network on New Faces? You've certainly been putting the cat among the pigeons.
Oh, I mean, I had no idea. I thought I was a bit of a wimp. And because there was a couple of people that really... I think it would have been better if they'd lost the address of the studio. But I believe the reaction was just dreadful. In
Well, it
terms
was
of
a
phone
long
calls.
reaction, yes. Yeah.
So I don't think they'll have me back.
Well, anyway, good luck and just keep looking over your shoulder,
Thanks
I
very
suppose.
much,
It's the
thank
best
you.
advice
Yes, the
I can give.
supermarket's a real worry.
What's happening in the world of showbiz, Patti?
Lots at the moment. Are you familiar with Robert Stigwood?
Of course.
Australian,
Yes.
and very successful Australian. He's arriving next Monday for a holiday en route to Argentina. It seems a very strange way to get to Argentina.
Oh, well, lucky old
But
Robert.
They just had an election in Argentina, and Evita starts filming there in September, Evita the film, with Meryl Streep, and being directed by Oliver Stone, who's got the film out at the moment, Talk Radio, and who did Platoon and that fabulous Michael Douglas film, Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
And so Robert's arriving on Monday for a holiday, and he solved one of my problems, which was who was going to be my date for the opening of 42nd Street.
Who are you going with?
Robert.
Oh, are you? Oh, I thought he may have brought someone with him.
Bert, keep up.
Yes.
And he's got 5 films in production at the moment, and that's the first one. There's also one which will be announced quite soon, which is based on a famous Australian character from Western Australia.
Alan Bond?
No, I knew you'd say that.
No, who?
Prince Leonard of Hutt.
Oh, yes, that...
You remember?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I'm a member of his province. I think I'm Sir Albert over there.
Oh, Sir.
Sir Albert
not
of the Moon
Prince
Crater or
Bert.
something. I'm over there with Prince Leonard. He's a nice man, but he's different, isn't he?
Well, I think what he did was terribly funny, really, because no one was able to tax him. I think to this day he doesn't pay tax.
He cut himself off from Australia, but it hasn't. That's not new. I think Joe Bjelke-Peterson did that years ago. What about Peter Allen? What's happening with Peter?
Oh, Peter, who was on your first show, wasn't he?
Very first show, yeah.
He's coming back for the Hiltons at the beginning of next year. And at the moment, the show that he was talking to you about, Legs Diamond, which closed, I think, in 3 weeks, has been nominated for 3 or 4 Tony Awards.
Isn't that
Isn't
wonderful?
that funny? I mean, it's a real turnaround.
Unbelievable, really,
yeah.
isn't it?
So it just shows you that whilst the critics may, get rid of you in New York, which I don't think that applies in Australia, and still, I mean, the public must have loved it, and certainly his peers.
And I'm told his performance in it was just brilliant, so I wish him well. Are there any personal Tonys that he's up for?
I don't know. Isn't that awful? I left my little list of what the Tonys were behind, but it's certainly one of them as Best Musical.
Yeah, I'll bring the list in next time. We'll wait until then.
Thank you. To the
Joan
sequel.
Rivers, what's happening with her?
Did you see Joan when she was at the
Yes, I'm lucky to say
Hilton?
that I... No, Joan.
Well, she's coming
wonderful.
back.
Is she?
Yep.
Terrific.
Not for a year, the end of next year, once again for the Hiltons. But she has just signed to do a national daytime show, very similar format to this.
If you're watching, Joan, good luck.
Which is originating out of New York, so she's had to put her house on the market. And actually, it's quite close to Cher, who was on the phone to me this morning, the Rocklands Regency.
You can drop a name, can't you? The real Cher was on the phone to you. What did she have to say?
Well,
Wrong number, eh?
She's still with Rob
Yes.
Camilletti, that very good-looking young boy.
Yes.
And they're renting a house in Malibu at the moment for $20,000 a month. And she appeared to think that this was a huge rent. But when you, certainly in Sydney, I don't know about Melbourne, the rents in Sydney at a place by the water, that's nothing.
No. Well, we pay $150,000 a month for this. And we get a television studio with it.
This is the biggest set I've ever seen.
Well, I don't know. What about 42nd Street?
We auditioned for the dogs, I think I told you
Yes,
about
that's what I want to know. Who got the role as the little dog
A
in the
little
show?
tiny thing called Phoebe, a Bichon Frise, which I'd never heard of.
Have we got a shot of Phoebe?
I haven't got it with me.
Oh, bless you,
The
darling.
news
By the way,
department.
bloody lovely Steve's in the audience there. Bless you. Bring it in next time when you bring in the list of the nominations for the Tonys.
Well, the Bichon Frise, who's called Phoebe, is 18 months old, and the stage was awash after these doggy auditions.
I can imagine.
But, I mean, it was really fun and exciting, and your newsroom certainly ran footage of it.
Yeah.
And we open on June the 2nd, and let's hope Phoebe keeps up with it, because those dances are just amazing.
Good on you, Patti. Lovely having you here, and it's rather nice to have you sitting beside me rather than being remotely there in the Seabull Townhouse. But give my love to all the people there too,
Well,
won't
your
you?
other friend, Olivia, gets back next month
I know. Do you know what she's coming back for?
to record an album.
That's right. With whom, do you know?
John Farrar.
That's right. You know everything, don't you, Patti? Patti Mostyn, ladies and gentlemen.